Oh, it's warm.
Hey, we're Hold the Phone, your home for free streaming comedy that just got a YouTube account so our Meemaws can watch. No matter where you live, we've got your favorite shows like Hot Tub with Kurt and Kristen, Hey Girl with Matt and Kyle, The Fun Time Boys, and more. Interact live and support the comedians you love in real time. Follow us to make sure you never miss a set, and subscribe because we told you to. Tonight, we're proud to present Hot Tub, Home Edition. Please give a big digital welcome to your hosts, Kurt Braunohler and Kristen Shaw.
Hello, everyone. Oh, right away.
Hello and welcome to Hot Tub. Woof.
Okay. This is I thought I was hosting with Kurt, but I got. Who are you?
I'm Danny the dog.
It's really good to meet you.
It's right nice to meet you, Kristen.
I have a cold.
Oh, you got the sniffles?
I do. I got the sniffles, which I had forgotten what they were. This is my first one since the pandemic, and if you guys have forgotten, it sucks. It does suck still.
That must be nice to have this be the first time you've gotten sick since the pandemic, Kristen. I've been out on the streets, you know.
Oh, you've been sick. You know, you should go live with Greg. He'll adopt a street dog.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it is nice to have not been sick. But I'm sad because I was going to go over to my friend Kurt's house tonight and host it. And then I got the cold and I couldn't.
It is too bad. It's too bad you couldn't make it, Kristen. That would have been fun.
I know, it would have been fun to rub shoulders.
Yeah.
And I would have some of your beers or whatever you drink over there.
I'm drinking a Spindrift. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I have heard. You get
it's a seltzer.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just water.
I was talking about my cold. I went to the store today and I got a present for my dad who's coming to visit for his birthday. And in line, look what they were selling in the line of the checkout.
Finally.
I got a ring light.
Finally. Right at the end of the pandemic.
I got that. What a difference.
Right. Second to last show. Second to last online show.
Look at that.
It looks great. Can't believe you didn't just pick one up for $10 at any other time in the past 15 months.
I didn't go into a store really. Okay, so listen, when you weren't here, I tried some original material for Ryan, and it was about a crayon, a red crayon who wanted to color something to be a different color so he could color other things. Okay. I went to another store a couple weeks ago and Barnes and Noble, and I found this book. It's called The Day the Crayons Quit.
Oh, yeah, I've got the whole thing memorized.
Oh, it's the same thing as my act.
It's the same thing as I was about to say. Have you ever never seen The Day the Crayons Quit? It's a New York Times best-selling children's book. Literally millions of people have that book.
I had not seen it.
You know what? You're not making a show. You're not performing to children. They don't know. You know, if you're parents will know.
Oh, Sarah Hill said that book is my entire childhood.
Oh, what? Your entire childhood, Sarah? No. I think it was published in like 2005.
Sarah, let me just tell you this right now. I did not know about this. So I thought I was coming up with original material, just so you know. And also, it's so embarrassing. It's like I'm like a hack now, but like a hack of children's books. Like it's like down the shitter. This 2013, but Sarah is like 16, so 13.
Hey, Kristen, I got an idea for you.
What?
What if your next bit's about a tree that loves to give and help a boy, but the boy just keeps taking from the tree?
That's a pretty good idea, Dan.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you write it first?
All right, I will. I gotta get my pen. I'm gonna go get my pen.
Oh, I get it. Pen. Oh my God.
He loves pens.
Where was he all this pandemic? Honestly,
Guys, I can't wait. I can't wait to get into a goddamn on a stage with you again, Kristen.
Oh, I know. I think I'm gonna shiver and shake from my core out.
Do you remember we had a bit a long time ago, 14, 13 years ago, where at some point something about the future you was that anytime you like stopped performing, your like feet would freeze on stage and you would turn to stone. Do you remember that?
Wow. I when you're saying that, I wait, you have to, sorry, I was reading Bruno's comment. He was making a joke about your bit.
Time out. So let me hold on. Time out. Let's go back.
So while time out.
No. So while you're performing with me, you're reading comments on fucking YouTube. I cannot wait for this medium to die. I want it dead. I want there to be no comments for you to read while we perform together. You already get so distracted by like dust particles in the air.
It's terrible. Okay, so there was before my feet would freeze into stone. I
don't remember the bit. Yeah, something like that.
You brought that up. I remembered the bit that I did where I would someone had to eat a whole thing of ice cream on stage because that was time. I was doing what time is, and we measured time by how ice cream melted instead of doing
we had
hourglass.
We had a mime come on stage and eat a gallon of ice cream, so we would by the time it was Steve Buck. And he would have to eat the whole gallon of ice cream. By the time he was done, then we would like die or something like that.
What happened to him?
He's a psychologist. He's a psychologist in Boston.
No offense to mimes around the world, but you kind of have to ask, where are they now?
No, he wasn't an actual mime. He was just an actor that I knew.
No, but that actor had an apartment in Manhattan.
Yes, he did.
Would let us crash there when we would make our journey from Brooklyn.
I had 2 keys to 2 apartments in Manhattan for the entire time I lived in New York City, which is pretty great. And you could just go to them and pee in them, not in the floor, but you could like pee in the toilets, which was important in New York at the time.
Well, I would always just go to hotels and I'd be like, oh, my room key, hold on. And I would go.
Are you kidding?
Yes, you go in the lobby bathroom.
That's really smart.
But you act like you're meeting, like, where's my mom?
Yeah. I'm meeting Brian Jenners or whatever, make up a name.
Brian Jenners.
We have to get this show started, Kristen.
Yeah, we have a lot of really great, talented comedians who have very funny things to share.
Yes. And this is our second to last online show.
Yeah.
And we do this for free. And in case
I know, Jackie and Peter, I know. They're dining in their hot house.
But if you enjoy the show and you would like to donate, all the money goes to the performers and the producers of the show. You can do it right in the YouTube, or you can Venmo at hottub_show. We'll give you a shout out. We really appreciate it. Kristen, do you want to get the show started for us?
I do. Let me check the media that I have ignored since I got yelled at to see who.
Oh, you got yelled at for not being fully present during our opening.
During our opening where we were supposed to be present with each other, you're on my computer.
I want to be back to being a dog and not me in this.
To be on stage with you, we gotta do something epic, like really epic. Like we gotta. Okay. Oh, Dan.
Let's get this show started.
Go. I just saw Solomon. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, of course. This is 9 minutes. Right. You know how long 9 minutes is online? It's a fucking hour.
Oh, okay, sorry. I am really happy that I reread the notes because there's a note about DJ Real and it looked like he was the first one up. Do you see that? Do you see that, Kurt? How that was?
No, I'm a dog.
Oh, sorry, Dina. Sarah,
I just want the show to start. I paid good money for this.
I'm starting. This lady has been doing hot tubs since the very beginning. She's come up with us. She's a star. I don't know if you're getting into your miniature. She's an artist of a visual, a sculpture artist too. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sara Schaefer.
I'm going to eat into my time just really quick talking about other people's material really quick. Kurt, one of my favorite comedy bits I've ever seen of all time, and it is okay to repeat it because I think it's just funny in the moment. Really quick, I saw you on this show in some basement in New York where you got up on stage and your bit was like you pitching a movie about pizza to this like executive. It was like this is me pitching a movie about pizza, and you had like a full pizza and you opened the box and it was all about how the different slices of pizza were gonna, like, you maybe got 10 seconds into the pitch. You probably had 10 minutes of time on stage, and and then the pizza, like, you accidentally like tipped it and the whole pizza fell on the stage. And I don't know if you meant that to happen, but what you did in that moment was go, never mind! I didn't want to pitch it to you anyway! And I have no idea if you planned that, but I couldn't stop laughing for the whole show because it was literally you were on stage for 20 seconds. That's how not back I am. Okay, I had to go back to 15 years and describe a bit somebody else did. That's how the pandemic has gone for me. I have done nothing of value, except I have become obsessed with building miniatures and doll houses and things. And I spent a full month of my life recently, and I'm talking like long days, like 12-hour days. Like, my husband would make fun of me because I'd get out of bed and not even pee and come to the table and like glue something that needed to be glued and then go and start my day. Like, that's how obsessed with it I was. And what it is, I'm going to show it to you right now. It's a miniature comedy club, and the neon light is kind of a bitch, and it says, fuck, hold on. I made this neon light. It says ha ha hole. I know it's backwards, but this is my miniature comedy club. It's 1-inch scale. And almost everything here you see I made, except for the chairs. I had to buy those. Those are pretty tricky. And my friend made the food, and then I bought the stool and the microphone. But everything else you see I made.
Do the chairs fold, Sarah?
Yes, the chairs do fold. Now the neon sign goes off because it's finicky, but yes, the chairs fold.
Wow.
Just really amazing stuff there. I spent a full few days just making headshots, which I can't really get a good angle, but there you can see I made headshots for a bunch of comedians by hand, which was so fun. And I just decided, like, what if it was mostly women, not all women, but just mostly women and just 2 men. And the 2 men I picked were Carrot Top and Jeff Dunham, because I wanted people to think about what it would be like to be a female comic, to go into a comedy club and see all men on the wall, and then you scan the wall for the women, and it's 2 women that you don't relate to at all. And then you go, do I belong here? I've even got, you can barely see it, but I've got the red light on here. And my favorite part of the whole thing is the green room as well. And I really went to town here because I wanted everyone to kind of get PTSD when they saw it. And I've had several comics tell me that. I made everything in here except the lamp and the food. But I've even got a little mini fridge, which I don't know if you could see, but has a little blue light in it. I mean, I really, really became obsessed. I have some festival posters that had additional comedian names on it that I didn't include on the wall because I kept like forgetting people and losing my mind. I even got a little set list here that I made. It's just really fun. The menu. There are no jokes. This is truly just all I've been doing. And this is Teensy. She's the club booker. She's real tough stuff. You got to impress her if you want to get booked. And, I like to ask her, like, Teensy, how do you decide who performs at this club? And she just says, funny is funny. I just booked the best. Well, Teensy, your lineup isn't very diverse. There's not many men. Where are the men? Where are the funny men? I don't see them. Funny is funny. Anyway, I gotta go take a shit. I don't know. That's what I've been doing. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this miniature comedy club, but I'm trying to figure it out. I need to it can't just be this. I can't just show it to random people on Zoom. Ideas. We don't have the technology yet to shrink comedians, but I was thinking about making dolls of various comedians and then performing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's my time is up. I hope you enjoyed. I did post pictures if you want to really get to look at all the details. I have a bunch of pictures on my Instagram, Sara Schaefer 1. And also, if you like books, I did write a book. It's called Brand, and this is a miniature version of it because now I'm gonna make miniature versions of everything in my life. It's hereditary up in this bitch. Okay. Love you so much.
People buy her book. Also, Sara, I've got ideas for that. First of all, the museum, if Joseph Cornell can have a whole wing in the goddamn Chicago Institute of Art, you can too. But before you do that, I mean, look at like Wallace and Gromit and stuff like that. Why don't you make little web videos and do little comedy sets in there?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that. I'm working on stuff. Okay, people are in contact. There's questions. There's meetings. I don't know.
I was watching Comedians in Cars the other night, and Dave Chappelle says, "Listen, the idea calls me in the car, and I just get in." It sounds like that's your idea, and you're along for the ride, girl. So you just gotta see where it takes you. But it's obviously going somewhere. It's making me happy. So that's one.
Hey, Sara, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure that was me? Because I don't have any memory of doing that.
It's definitely you. I knew you already at this point. I'd done Hot. I don't know if Hots haven't started yet, but it was so funny. I really think that you don't remember it because it was an idea you tried once and it fell apart because the pizza fell. And then that was it. You never did it again. I never saw you do it anywhere else. Maybe it was like too much of a pain because you had a large cheese pizza on stage.
It was probably too expensive to try again.
Yeah, that's what I said. But it looked real. Like, I don't think the pizza falling was part of your plan. But you just went with it. It was so funny.
Well, God, I wish I'd followed through. That sounds like a great bit.
You can have it back, Kurt.
We can do it again, can't we? Oh my God, now we've got our open for hot tub.
But I'm going to eat that pizza on the ground.
Yeah. You'll be like, I don't care about viruses anymore.
Okay, we're ready for our next comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still happy that she's here all the way from New York City. Give it up for Ginny Hogan.
I'm in the hallway of my mom's house because the Wi-Fi is best here. Hopefully I don't wake her up. It's great to be here. It's a little weird to be in my parents' house. I just turned 30. I've been feeling very old since I turned 30. a 22-year-old asked me how old I was. I said I was 30, and she said, "That's okay." At least I have permission, you know. I do just think it's kind of like a double standard. Like, you know, like if you're 30 and you live with your parents, that's lame. But if you're 30 and you live with your wife and kids, like that's cool, you know. It's like you still live with your family, loser, you know. Like, come on, grow up, get a job, have some roommates. I have a third date tomorrow. I'm trying to decide if I should sleep with this guy on the third date. I mean, to be fair, I already have twice, but like curious about the third time, you know, like, is it too soon to have sex for a third time? I don't know. He's very smart. I do think it's sexy when people are smart, but I also think it's very smart when people are sexy, you know? Anytime I see someone really sexy, I'm always like, good thinking. I see what you did there, very clever, and I like it. I just started going to the doctor again for the first time. I want to say for the first time since the pandemic, but I'm not that responsible, so it's really for the first time in like 5 years. I had a really traumatic experience with a gynecologist. She told me to put a Q-tip in my vagina, which just made me like really badly miss my ex, you know? This is exactly what Ben felt like. A man complained to me. I hope that joke doesn't offend you. A man did complain to me about that joke one time. He said he didn't like all the small dick jokes in my set, all the small dick jokes. And I was like, okay, sir, there was one small dick joke, but I'm not surprised that you exaggerated, you know? I consider myself a socialist. I don't know what it means, but it is a term I use for myself. My mom is a Republican, and I told my Republican mom that I was a socialist, and she cried and asked why I couldn't have just been gay. I think, I don't know, socialism seems cool because I don't want to work that much. I used to be an engineer, and the type of engineer I was a female engineer, my job title, and all of my job security, honestly. I don't want to brag, but my coworkers thought I was very funny. I was once described as a hoot, and I used to make this joke all the time. I was also very lazy, and I would say, I can't get fired. You can't fire female engineers. And I got called into human resources, and the HR guy was like, Ginny, people are really upset about that joke. And I was like, listen, the audiences don't like it either, okay? Structurally, it's weak, not funny, bombs on Zoom and in real life. And he was like, no, people think it's offensive. And I was like, okay, am I gonna get fired? And he was like, no, we don't fire female engineers. You know? Yeah, I didn't take the job very seriously. I have a hard time taking things seriously. I've been told that I need to be less casual about sex, like while the sex is underway. But in my defense, the potato chips were right there. That is a true story. I did eat during sex. I did it because I thought it would be funny. And I was right, you know? My boyfriend at the time, though, very hard disagree. He was like, Ginny, that's messed up. You can't just eat potato chips midway through sex. And I was like, Tim, how was I supposed to know that we were midway through, you know? Like, girls don't know how long sex is going to take, you know? It's not like an Uber ride. Like, you're not just going to... no, I'm fine. My therapist did ask me recently if I use sex to get men to like me. And I was like, no, not effectively, you know? I've been trying to for years of hearing pointers. She graduated me. I do consider myself currently in between mental illnesses. And it's honestly been really nice. But what happened really is that I was masturbating, and I got a breakup text in the middle of masturbating, and then I clicked out of the text and finished masturbating. And when I told her that, she said that she thought I was done, you know, with therapy, that I had achieved the goals that we had been working on. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Ginny Hogan, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did not wake up your mother. Don't wake up your mother with comedy. Comedy's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh, I hope your mom sleeps well. Thank you so much for doing the show. We have a few people to thank. John, thank you very much, John, the mysterious John. Daniel Berman, thank you very much. He says, we love you guys and the show so much. We love you, Daniel. Alex King, thank you so much, Alex King. Brian Jaggers, as always, thank you. Ratty would have been all over that floor pizza. Yeah, that is true. Maybe that is the way Ratty gets into the live show. Bonnie Goodhart, thank you. Pizza money for Kurt's Bits, triumphant return. Thank you, Bonnie, as always. Are you ready for your next act of the evening? We're so excited he's back. He's absolutely fucking hilarious. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the show, Greg Edwards.
Hey. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I like the day after Father's Day. I think the day after Father's Day should be like designated for like bad fathers. You know what I mean? Like those those abusive dads that were like bad, but at least you got your good looks from him. You know what I mean? He did something, like that bad dad that, he's awful, but hey, you're 6'5". You know what I mean? Like, come on, he gave you Happy Father's Day to those guys. This particular Father's Day was a little weird because it was like Juneteenth and Father's Day. So it was like an extra like Black Father's Day. So I had to call up my dad, who's a dope dude. My dad is great. We always talk. He's like a postal worker, preacher. He's like one of those dudes that has to read the Bible so he doesn't kill people. He's a great guy. So we always talk. And this particular Father's Day, we were talking about, the state of the Black Union. And my dad was like, Black people need more businesses. We need more Black businesses. And I was like, yeah, Dad, I think I'm gonna start a Black historical condom line. I think that will be great. We don't have that, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? If you're about to get it on with your lady, you go to Rite Aid, you walk in and you say, hey, let me get a pack of 3 of those Langston Hughes over there. Yeah, let me get a pack of 3 Martin Luther King size. Let me get a pack of 3 of those Malcolm XXLs. Let me get some Dick Gregory's. Oh, R.I.P. Big Dick Gregory. That's how he felt about that joke too. He just moaned and said, "Man, I should have sent you to private school. Too bad." I got married. Over the pandemic. I've been doing shows live, and every time I say this, people cheer, and then I tell them how long we dated before I got married, and then women just boo me and start throwing cokes at me. We were dating 13 years, people, 13 years, and look at. I see Jackie's face. Jackie, stop with that judgment. God damn it, Peter. Hold her. She's just judging me. I feel the eye beams coming. I wasn't a good man then. I couldn't buy her socks. You know what I mean? I just had weed then. That's all I had. Weed. But we're married now. Anybody married here? Oh, great. Guys that are married, could you tell me how long does it take to get used to jerking off with your wedding ring on? Is it like 2 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months? Come on. This shit is not fun. It's all black and everything. It's not a good time. Yeah, we got married in Hawaii. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was great. We got an Airbnb. In Hawaii. I love Airbnbs. Airbnbs, they finally invented a platform for us to be able to have sex at strangers' homes. Isn't that great? It's beautiful. I never thought when I was 17 I'd have a magic rectangle in my back pocket and I could be able to fuck at a dude named Todd's house. This is beautiful. We were up in Hawaii. I was having sex with my wife at this Airbnb right next to this dude's great-great-granddad's Civil War ashes. Yeah. You can't do that at Best Western. You know what I mean? Airbnb is awesome. Everybody's vaccinated now. Every time I go do a show, I've been doing shows They're weird. Every time I drive to like Silver Lake, everybody's just horny on the street. You can just see them. Everybody's playing horny tech music in their cars. Like, calm down. All right, goodness. But everybody's vaccinated. It's great. My wife got vaccinated before I did. And people when people got vaccinated, people got real bougie. They were showing their vaccination card on Instagram like it's a fucking green card or something. Welcome to America, motherfucker. I get it. Calm down. My wife came home with her vaccination and she was like, you better keep your unvaccinated dick away from me. And I was like, rude. That's why we're not married yet with that filthy mouth. Big as a penis, woman. I wish the vaccine was sexually transmitted. I think that would be great, right? Like if you have the vaccine and we have sex, I become vaccinated, but I still have herpes. That'd be great, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Jackie's like, no, Greg, that would not be awesome at all. I live in LA. I got an Amber Alert like 2 weeks ago. Did anybody get that Amber Alert? That'd be creepy if it was just me. I guess it was just me. Damn. I don't know where these kids are. You ever get an Amber Alert and you look at the make and model of the car and you're like, 2020 Dodge Charger. That kid's gonna be all right. Come on, man. That dude at least had to have good credit to get that car, right? Come on. But if you get an Amber Alert and it's like a 1985 Ford Fiesta, that kid's dead, man. You gotta start getting those RIP t-shirts. Now, fuck those kids. I used to work with kids. Kids are assholes. I'm done. I'm Greg Edwards. You guys are great. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Greg, where was your dog? Where was
my
your
dog. Come here.
Aww. My favorite thing about Greg said is he wouldn't marry his wife until he could buy her socks.
This is my buddy Rusty right here.
That dog was on the street.
This dog was on the street. Look at his eyes. Look how pretty he is. He's the best. It's my buddy. 2 years old. I'm gonna have him forever.
Listen, I think it was good. You had a great set, but he might have upstaged you a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Greg Edwards, and congratulations on your new.
Thank you.
All right, this next performer coming to the stage, she did hot tub online, and it really made me so happy. I'm glad she's back. I feel like it's full circle again. Ladies and gentlemen, Donnelly.
Hi guys, thank you so much. Great to be back. This past year has been crazy, obviously. I feel like I learned a lot during this past year. Hold on, my sister. Sorry, I live with my sister and she is not respectful. I can't wait to do shows in person again. I learned a lot this past year, mainly my governor's name. It's Gavin. I do have a sister. She's prettier than me. I hate saying that, but it's true. My mom really thinks my sister's prettier than me though. To my mom, my sister is Gigi Hadid, and I'm like George Lopez but short. It's Father's Day on Sunday. My dad is dead, but my mom was so dramatic about it. She always is. She was like, Father's Day is so sad for me because my children don't have a father. Okay, sorry to one up you, but Father's Day is actually way sadder for me because I myself don't have a father. So sorry, Mom. I turned 26 recently. I never thought 26 was that old, but my grandma, who's 90, thinks it's really old. She called me on my birthday and she was like, Dana, I just need you to know that by the time I was your age, I had already been proposed to by 3 different men. And I was like, we weren't all lucky enough to grow up during the Great Depression. Like, those guys probably thought you had food. My grandma asks me a lot if I have a boyfriend, and she gets really sad when I tell her that I don't. And I wish I could just be like, look, Grandma, I may not have a boyfriend, but I have fucked all the hosts of one podcast. That means something in this town. People say Hollywood has a diversity problem, but I really don't think it's that bad. Like, as someone who's short and brown, I feel very represented by the Paddington Bear movies. I don't consider myself like a hot girl. And when I say that, I'm not putting myself down. I just mean, like, I didn't move to LA to model, you know? I moved to LA for normal reasons, to be one of those short extras that they need for Tom Cruise movies. No, but I may not be like traditionally hot, but I actually am a Los Angeles 10. Because I look 10 years old and everyone here is a pedophile. I used to be like kind of like ugly, I guess. I feel like I've gotten like a little hotter. I always thought that getting hotter would make it so guys would stop treating me like shit. It didn't, but it did make it so more guys wanted to treat me like shit. I think that's awesome. I realized recently that guys that I like look really good for their age, but really bad, like, in general. I have some skin issues sometimes. I told my dermatologist that if she couldn't get rid of my acne, I was going to kill myself. And she referred me to a psychologist, which I have to assume is just a better dermatologist. I used to be a bad girlfriend. I first realized that I was a bad girlfriend when I was still dating my ex, and he started going to therapy. And my first thought was like, fuck, like, the therapist is definitely going to tell him to break up with me. And then the therapist didn't tell him to break up with me. And I was like, that's a bad therapist. My college boyfriend broke up with me by telling me that he needed to join the CIA. As far as I know, he never did, but maybe that's what he wants me to think. A secret career. Okay, I'm gonna end on this and then I will be done. I am actually in a relationship right now. I think it's going pretty well. Like, I would never go through his phone because he has an Android and I don't know how to use those. Thank you guys so much. I'm Dana.
Dana Donnelly, ladies and gentlemen. Dana, this is the third or fourth time you've done the hot tub during the quarantine.
Yeah.
Have you done the live show?
No, the hot tub live show. No, my first one was scheduled for the first show of quarantine.
Yes. Well, we'll have you back on the first one live because I think
so
you're
excited.
That's great. The great set. Thank you again for doing it this many times
Thank
in
you.
fucking quarantine.
Thank you, everyone.
We have a few people to thank. Monique Herring, thank you. She says donation on the scale of Sarah's comedy club. Okay. It's a little one, but it means a lot to us because we expand it. Philip Sharp, thank you. Love from Raining Bournemouth. Is that how you say it, Philip? Bournemouth? Bournemouth. All right. Love from Bournemouth. Thank you so much, Philip. Are you guys ready for your next act of the evening? Another man who has gifted us with his talents during quarantine. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the wonderful Solomon Georgio.
Hi. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. I'm gonna miss Zoom comedy so much because I can't stare at myself the whole time anymore. That's sad. Oh, that's the best part of this. Oh God. I'm very excited that everything is open back. It is. I'm so happy. It's being gay in a pandemic. It's like putting glitter in a cave. It is not. People are supposed to see me shine, and it has been like straight people. Who cares? You were going to binge watch The Office anyway. It's fine. I've been to a straight bar. Like, what's the point? Root for yourself at home. Don't go out. You don't need it. It's very like, especially I'm a gay bitch, a shit talker to the extreme. And I didn't have anybody to talk shit to. So I had to do it to myself, which is self-reflection. And I don't really care for that at all. I have a 30-step skincare routine now. It's insane. I'm slippery for the first 2 hours of every single day. I can't open any doors, hold any silverware. But it's been a time. It has been. It's getting better, but I'm also like I'm re-entering the dating world, which is not that exciting. I definitely, because I had the apps and I deleted them all so I'm looking forward to slowly getting them back. Did I lose you? I'm back. Sorry. But yeah, it's been like I'm trying to not do the dating apps, but I'm like, how do I do things? I'm like, well, you know what? I have this format, so I might as well give it a try. I am 6'4" to 6'9" in heels. I'm between the ages of 25 to 55, depending on what you're casting. I'm a Capricorn. And if you're a single, rich, wealthy man and you're looking for a divorce, I would happily ruin your life. So reach out to me if you can. It's like I've had a few hiccups during this time. At the very top of the pandemic, one of my best friends passed away. Well, it's okay. He was white. It would have been so devastating. It was one of my black friends. Oh, I'm kidding. No, I love him very much. And I also, another loss I just dealt with recently was I lost my own sister. And that one was very devastating because she owed me money. So yeah, that's. But it's been like it's a lot of I know it's a very morbid topic, but it's been kind of nice to just learn to celebrate the people that I've lost, and especially with my sister, who unfortunately during her time here, she was very addicted to heroin, and a lot of people get very upset when they find out your sibling's an addict. But I had some great times. Like I now know the street value of everything I own. She always had batteries. It was a time, and I love there's so many fun memories. Because she's also a lesbian. Because depending on how homophobic you are, that's how many gay kids you'll get. And my parents off the Richter scale. So. And I remember the first time I ever saw her girlfriend, she was actually under my bed because that's where my sister snuck her into. And I don't know if you ever looked under your bed and saw a white teen girl before, but it is terrifying. And I'll never forget that day because that's the same day that my sister got a taser and woke me up from a nap with it. but it's also like there's another memory that I love is she had another girlfriend named Gina. So I'll never forget it because she got the name tattooed on her neck after 2 weeks. And it was like I was at a coffee shop with my friend Liz, a normal person, and my sister just randomly popped up like she always did, and was like, "I got this neck tattoo of my girlfriend's name," and I was like, "Awesome, that's great." And my friend Liz is just like, she's just a random drug addict, just comes and screams at you at the street. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's my life, and and then she proceeded to make fun of my friend Liz's camel toe for the next 2 hours, and that was that was a day. But my favorite memory to always share, this one's a bit of a tongue twister, is the day that she managed to convince my youngest brother to masturbate into a turkey baster to help her get her girlfriend Gina pregnant. So that is, yeah, those are there's no science. This is not a doctor's office or anything. Like, this was at my mom's house on Thanksgiving. So first of all, my mom doesn't make turkey, so this turkey baster only existed for the sole purpose of my brother's semen. But the most, like, the remarkable thing about this whole thing is that my brother managed to masturbate to completion while 2 junkies were waiting on the other side of a bathroom door, and his whole family in the kitchen. And look, I have shut down masturbation if I so much hear a bird singing outside my window. So kudos to him. And thankfully, but don't worry, my brother is not an uncle father or father uncle. I don't know which order it comes in. It didn't work, but RIP my sister and my friend. And thank you guys so much for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that stuff with your sister. During the earlier chats, I was like, I'm sorry about your sister, but then I was like, oh, I don't. It's always so. When do you bring it up? In a comedy show. But those are really funny bits. I'm happy that she can live on and make people laugh still.
Yes. Well, she didn't think I was funny, so I'm happy to, get her back that way.
That's the best. Okay, I've got. I think we're down to our final act of the evening. Thank you, Show Art Museum. Yeah, whoever you are. And Sam Jennings, thank you too. I guess you are here somewhere. Put your green screen. I guess you couldn't get your cool Virgil backdrop. Is that what's happening? You'll let us know. All right. We got the last act of the evening. He is going to bring down the house. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, not the pretend, the DJ Real.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Kurt and Kristen. I'm so happy to.
Sorry about that. Thank you guys for having me. I'm really happy to be here in my room with my computer. Computer is always ready to rock. You ready to rock? Yeah, it is. Very natural. I miss parties. You guys miss parties? I guess you're starting to go back to parties. I have a trick I like to do with a cup of water, a finger, and some lips. Dip your finger in the water, rub it around your lips in a non-sexual way, if that's possible, like this. Like a wine glass. I get that it's not that impressive, but if you have 7 people of varying heights all doing it at the same time, you get scales, melodies, chords, harmony. I get it. It's not that impressive. If you go in the opposite direction, though, on your lips, this is the other direction on the lips, you get a very different effect. Here we go.
The 7th level is the layer of the beast, where darkness descends upon the earth, void of light under the black sun.
So you do it at parties or whatever, man, right, thank you. No. I've been real excited for. Sorry about that. I don't know why that's. I've been really excited to get back on the stage. We're having some trouble here. Having some trouble. Okay, well, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about parking in San Francisco. I'm up in San Francisco, a major city. Parking is insane. I don't know if it's gotten back to that in LA or New York for you guys, but it's insane. So when I see an open parking spot now, I'm just like, let me get up in there. Let me get up in there. I get turned on by it. And it's weird because I don't even have a car. I just like seeing open parking spaces. And I like it so much that I made a website for it, and hopefully you guys can see this here. This is the website I made called Park Hub. Have you guys been on this website? This is a real website. This is parkhub.org. You can look it up on the internet. It's a real website. You might know, the format is a little familiar if you've ever used the internet before. Let's see, what do we got here? At the top here. I hope this doesn't get us kicked off of YouTube. Gaping parking spot D3 is wide open. Nothing like puddles of oil on an open lot. It's really gross. I'm sorry. This is really inappropriate. But we have hot UCSF parking spots. That's a big one. He parks in this tight little spot. Jealous stepdad park job. The jealous stepdads are a thing right now. He can't stop parking in me in 4K. Naughty girl. Let's see. We got ads here. This is an ad for a Rate Your Funeral Success app. So you point the camera at the people in the funeral who are crying to see like how many tears, and if there's a lot of tears, there's a lot of success in that funeral. So that's one of the apps that we have advertised here. Let's look at the categories. We got big. And we can see this is into big. This is dirty. This is a dirty lot. Dirty parking. We got mature. This lot's been around for a while. You might be into that though. This one's amateur. I'm into those types. I'm into more of the amateur types.
Once
anime.
you end up parallel to the lines, turn the steering wheel and the
role play. If you're a car but you want to pretend you're a motorcycle, that's role play. This is BDSM in San Francisco. There's no spots available anywhere, but you might be into that. The torture of that.
Parking in a tight spot is the bugbear of every driver.
Cuckolding.
And it's not just that
you
narrow
watch
spaces
someone
can
park
make
in your space
parking in a tight
over
spot
and over
is
again.
the bugbear of every driver.
But carcolding, really. Gang parking, blowing, hardcore, barely legal. Okay, this one's really contentious. Here's the thing. It's not fully formed yet, as you could see. You probably shouldn't park there. You're going to get in trouble. Just don't even think about it. It's just not a good idea. That's no one ever laughs at that. They don't know how to feel about that. Rough, interspatial. That's motorcycle spaces, car spaces together. Harmony. Voyeur if you're a creep. Celebrities. We got all sorts of stuff on parkhub.org. Webcam. This one's my personal favorite. This one's teasing. I don't know if I can fit in there or not. Anyway, that's parkhub.org. Check it out. It's on Instagram. It's on the internet. I've been DJ Real. Thank you.
DJ Real, ladies and gentlemen, also known as Nick Stargook. That is also, I went. It is real. It is a real website. I went during the set. I had to check it out. That was great.
Did you rub one out?
No, I was too busy laughing at the bit. I'm gonna save it for jerking off later. Do we have anybody else to thank? No, we don't have anyone else to thank. Kristen, we did it again. That's another show.
I know, we nailed it. Oh, that was Sam was the light, not the guy. Oh. About her green screen. You know what? How long have we been doing this? I'm still learning.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's definitely been 15 months, and there's a red box that goes green and red, and it's Sam. It's been 15 months, and you put it together today. That like blows my mind. Actually, that's like a willful not noticing.
How do I survive? Honestly, I'm ready for the pandemic now.
Yeah, you're ready to stay in.
Well,
thank you to everyone who performed. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you to our audience. Thank you, our Patreon members. Thank you to Joel and Mandy and Sara and Jake, Sam and Jake. And thank you to Sara Schaefer, now that I thanked you.
Yeah, and Olivia and Phil, thank you so much. Guys, we got one more next week, all right? So come in and say us.
It's going to be Carl Shell's birthday. That's my dad. He'll be here.
Oh, Carl will be there too. Wow, for the last one. Let's get him on. Let's get your parents on.
Yeah. Speaking of props, Greg, my parents were my props once for a show. They still talk about it.
Oh, I know they loved it.
Yeah, they got my mom got her makeup done. No one's touched her face like that since. All right.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Good night.
Oh no! Look at that.
Son of a martyr, son of a father. You can look inside you. You can look inside me. Shut up. Look deep inside. You can put it together. You can pull it apart. You may lapse unconscious. You don't remember. You